Hello everyone and welcome to Sports Psych 101. My name is Divya Jain. I am a sports psychologist and I'm here to share with you your mental training tip for the day. Today we're going to be talking about the concept of focus and attention. Now understand that everything to do with sport is about focusing and attention, and so this theme is going to come up quite a few times, but today we're going to be talking about something very specific, which is about where to focus your attention and how you can actually move it around. So to understand focus, focus is like a torch, right? It's not something that goes on or off necessarily, but it is something that can go this way or that way. And whichever way the light moves, that's the aspect you start focusing on. But guess whose hand that torch is in? It's in your own hand, right? What you focus on is actually in your control. It's not in the control of so many other things that are going on. And this focus, there are two ways that you can understand it. This focus can be internal, which is within myself, or this focus can be external, which is outside of me. So to give you an example, imagine that you're going on a run, right? And while running, you start noticing your heart rate, or you start noticing the tension or the pain building up in your legs. Now that is an internal zone of focus. On the other hand, imagine that you're watching the birds nearby, or you're hearing some music and that's what you're focusing on. You're focusing on the beats of the song, right? That is external focus. And guess which one is actually a bit more important in sport? It's external focus. Because the key to sport is actually to be able to get out of your head rather than focusing inwards, to actually focus outside. And there have been numerous studies that have actually been done that show how focusing outside is actually far more effective than focusing inwards. So even in the case of running, for example, if you keep focusing on your heart rate, chances are you might feel fatigued faster. Whereas if you're focused on the music, you will be able to keep up and keep running along a lot faster, and you won't get as preoccupied with what's going on internally. Now let's look at a few examples of how you can use this in your sport. So if you look at an example of tennis, for example, right? There are two ways that you can approach a forehand. One option is that you can focus on the angle of your racket and how that moves. The other option is you can focus on the movement of your arm and what happens to that, right? And there are enough studies that suggest that if you focus on the racket, chances of you being more focused, chances of you doing better are more. Because what happens is that when you focus on your own body, you tend to get more self-conscious. You tend to get a bit more self-aware, but not in a good way, right? So you start overthinking, you start doubting yourself, you start questioning yourself. And if we're looking at a skill that's very automatic, that happens on its own, having an external focus is something that really helps. You'll notice this a lot in balancing as well, right? If you want to balance yourself on one leg, what do? You pick a point outside of you and you keep looking at that. I'll give you a couple of more examples. If you're swimming, right? One option, you focus on your hands and how they push the water back. The other option is that you focus on the water and the water moving back, and that changes things. Let's look at gymnastics, right? I can ask you to reach your hand up and try and be as high as you can, or the other option is that I can ask you to try and touch the ceiling or touch the sky. So your focus shifts to the sky or the ceiling rather than your arm, and that brings back the external focus of attention. Now I know this is something that is a bit kind of complex and tricky to understand if you're talking about it theoretically, but do try it out, right? Try it out in any activity that you're doing. You know, if you're playing golf, focus on the ball, focus on the texture of the ball. If you're playing badminton, look at the movement, look at the flight of the shuttlecock, look at the spin of a tennis ball rather than looking at your own hand, your own racket, and where that's moving. And you'll find that you're actually in a much better flow. You're far more in sync and you're far more trusting of your own movement. I hope this is a tip that can actually help you do that much better and come that much closer to all of those medals that we want to win. On that note, I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Thank you very much.